Summerween, and I am so excited. Happy Summerween. I have never done a Summerween vlog. Summerween is one of my favourite times of year, just in terms of romanticising autumn in the summer. We even knew autumn is the best month in general, but especially when it comes to reading, getting cozy, reading spooky books, it is my favourite thing in the entire world. So this year I wanted to make sure that I did film a Summerween reading vlog. Summerween is a readathon hosted by Gabby Reads. I have always adored watching everybody's Summerween vlogs. I honestly am going to have the time of my life doing it again this year, but there are so many books that I do want to get to. In terms of my TBR for the next week, I don't know exactly what I am applying to each prompt. For Summerween there are 5 different prompts. I have quite an extensive list of books that I would like to get to, but I know 100% no matter which order I go in, no matter which ones I pick out, I will no doubt fill all of the prompts. So the prompts this year are read a thriller or a horror book, read a book in the dark, read a book with 5 or more words in the title, read a book with a night sky or any sky on the cover, and finally read a book that takes place in the summer. But as I said, I don't know which ones I'm 100% going to read, I don't know what order I'm going to read them in, but I do have quite an extensive list of books that I just really want to get to this week. There's no way I'm reading all of this, but just to tell you what they are, we have Monstrilio by Gerardo Samano Cordova. This one is on my July TBR. This one I'm definitely getting to this week because I want to read it so bad. Another one that I definitely want to get to this week is The Eyes Are the Best Part by Monica Kim. I have heard so many people say such incredible things about this so far this year, so I definitely want to read that. We then have The Fury by Alex Michaelides. Honestly, I'm still surprised that I haven't read this yet. I know so many people have read it so far this year, but equally I haven't heard too many reviews. I'm a little bit nervous about this one, but if I want an isolated thriller, I will definitely go for this. We have a short story horror collection, Flowers from the Void by Gianni Washington. We have a book that has been on my TBR, probably is a TBR veteran at this point, like I've had it for at least 2-3 years. That is My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix. I want to read this so bad. I've always wanted to read this so bad, but for some reason just never have. If I don't get to it for Summerween, I definitely need to get to it this autumn. If not, I am finally gonna unhaul it. We have a pretty new release that came out in May. I've heard so many great things about this, My Darling Dreadful Thing by Johanna Van Veen. This I think is like a gothic horror. Sign me up, exactly what I love. I definitely want to read a Junji Ito this week because I haven't read one in so long. The first one that I grabbed was Frankenstein, but equally I might go for Tomi finally or Uzumaki. I picked Frankenstein honestly because it's the shortest one out of all of the ones that I have left on my TBR, but I want to make sure that I definitely read a Junji Ito. And then last but certainly not least, if I want a non-fiction book, we have Feeding the Monster by Anna Bogutsaka. This is a non-fiction book about why horror has a hold on us, a conversation that I find so deeply fascinating as somebody who adores horror. It just sounds so interesting. It's from Faber and Faber Never Miss. It also comes out in like 10 days, so I definitely want to make sure that I make a start on it. And that is my TBR for Summerween. Do I think I'm going to get to all of those? Absolutely not, but I will sure try. I am also going to start The Last House on Needless Street by Katrina Ward. This one is another one on my July TBR. I purposely picked it out for Summerween. Again, a TBR veteran, been on my TBR for like 3 years now. I'm so surprised I haven't read this. I've heard endless good things about it. I don't know why. I said in my TBR, I think it's because I own it in hardback. Genuinely, if I owned it in paperback, I absolutely would have read it by now. I don't know why. The hardback, it caused a block in my brain. Like if I own a book in hardback, unless I get it in another format, I'm not reading it for months, babe. Or in this case, years. So I did get it on my Kindle. I am so excited to finally make a start on this. I am just incredibly intrigued. Some of you too did put on my July TBR that you really love this. So I'm really hoping that I do too. This is definitely going to be the first book that I start for Summerween. I am so excited. I am now going to head to work at the bookshop, but I will update you guys once I've read a little bit more of this. Hi guys, it's day 2. Yesterday was incredibly chaotic. I did not get that much reading done, and the second that I got home from work, I just clocked out. I did get 3 chapters into The Last House on Needless Street, so I have now started it, and already I can see how weird it is. I think I did say in the intro that I have purposely tried to avoid all spoilers for this. I've only seen a handful of really positive reviews, which is why I'm really hoping that I love it. But this is f***ing weird. Like 3 chapters in, The narrative is already fascinating. It already feels so different to a lot of thrillers. It already feels incredibly unique, and again, I'm only 3 chapters of the way through, so I do have high hopes for it. I am working in the bookshop again today, so I'm definitely going to bring my Kindle and hope that I actually get some read today, so that is going to be my priority. But I do also want to start an audiobook. I have no idea what audiobook to start. I was briefly looking through Libby yesterday, but like, head empty. Like, I don't know, I don't really want to read a thriller just because I might get it confused and like mixed up with The Last House on Needless Street. But equally, it's Summerween. All I want to do is read horror and thrillers, so I don't know. I have a couple of options. I need to listen to the narrators for them. The first one that I'm interested in is Follow Me to Ground by Sue Rainsford. I've never heard anyone talk about this. I love the cover. It's also only 4 hours long. Let's listen to the narrator and see if we're gonna gel.
Brought to you by Penguin.
Is it gonna want to...
Follow Me to Ground by Sue Rainsford.
It has a full cast. I love an audiobook with a full cast.
The summers here are made of long, untended grass and flat lemon light.
Also set in the summer. Wait, we could actually, this is a good option. If it's set in the summer, that means we can tick off the prompt, and also a full cast audiobook. I literally have no idea. I'm assuming based on the cover it's maybe horror, and I don't even want to go on Goodreads and see what the general consensus is. It's only 4 hours, so do I just go for this one? Okay, I like it. I think we're gonna go for Follow Me Ground. This was really random. I don't know where I kind of stumbled across it. I just saw it on Libby and was like, that looks like a spooky cover, we could go with that. Obviously it's not one of the ones that I mentioned wanting to read this week. It's not on my TBR, but alas, it's only 4 hours long. Okay, we're gonna start it. I'm gonna head to work and I will see you guys later. It has been so gloomy, so rainy, literally the perfect weather for Summerween. It's filling me with so much joy, and like, I literally cannot wait for autumn. I need it to be autumn now. I also should have filmed this update before eating my bagel because now my lip liner has gone everywhere, so if it's a mess, please ignore that. I was hungry, but I wanted to come on and do an update. Last night I had the most cozy, loveliest night ever. I literally just came home from a really busy day at work and put on all of my candles. I started reading a book. I also watched Spirited Away, which is my ultimate comfort film. One of my favourite films of all time, one of my favourite Ghiblis. I kind of flick between Spirited Away and Howl's Moving Castle as my favourite, but Spirited Away was the first one I ever watched, so it's like an extra level of like nostalgia and comfort. So I decided to put that on as I was journaling last night. It was the loveliest night that I have had in a while. Because of that too, I do now have some reading updates. So yesterday, before going to work, I did decide to start an audiobook, which I did mention to you. I decided to start Follow Me to Ground by Rue Rainsford. I'm currently 42% of the way through. I'm actually, oh my god, I didn't even realise I was halfway. And I am really enjoying this. I had never heard anyone talk about this before. I randomly stumbled across it on Libby, saw that it looked like a really stunning horror cover, so I was like, sure, we'll go for it. And it is so good. It's going to be hard to explain to you what it is about. It is definitely quite strange and a little, not speculative, it's very weird. And I did go onto Goodreads. I couldn't help myself. I did go onto Goodreads and I was reading some reviews, and some people didn't like it as much because it is strange, but I love strange fiction, so it's perfect for me. I think what you should know about this before deciding to go into it is that it is a horror. It is a lot to do with nature, which is one of my favourite things in horror. It does feel quite literary and gothic, and it basically is where like the ground consumes you, and our protagonist and her dad came from the ground. It speaks so much about nature, which I am absolutely loving. Like, obviously it's currently summer. Reading a horror book about nature during summer, especially when it is a really like rainy summer so far, is literally perfect for all of the vibes I'm adoring it. As I said, I'm quite surprised I am halfway through. I definitely want to try and finish it today. I am gonna head out in a little bit, which I might bring you guys along. I'll no doubt read some more then, but for the prompt, read a book solely in the dark, I kind of wanted to start a Junji Ito. I did say in my intro that the one that I would probably read would be Frankenstein. I did start it yesterday. I'm really not that far through, and I'm not gonna lie, this morning when I woke up I really wanted to just binge read it, but I do want to do this for the prompt, read a book in the dark. So tonight, you bet I'm reading tons of this. I absolutely adore Frankenstein as a story, so I'm really intrigued to see how Junji Ito, like what his take is going to be on it. I've heard really good things actually about this adaptation, so I'm excited to carry on. Finally, in terms of The Last House on Needle Street, I have not read any more. I need to read some more of this because I cannot stop thinking about it. I'm still only on chapter 3, so again, I would like to read some more of this today. I've had a really busy filming sort of morning, afternoon. It is currently 4 p.m. I'm done filming for the day, apart from whatever I want to film for this vlog. As I said, I want to head out, and I want to head out because I want to buy some like hooks, because I bought 2 frames from my favorite flea market. They look like these. They're like fairy frames. So this is the first one. I am literally obsessed with them, and there is the second one. I want to put them up next to my bookshelf. I kind of did try yesterday, but what I was putting them up with, it was not working, so I do need to go out, and I really want to do it today, so I'm going to go out now just to buy hooks for them. I kind of want to go to a cafe because it's really cozy, but I feel like I've left it a little bit too late today. I'm not at work at the bookshop for the next couple of days. Oh my god, guys, I look naked. I might tomorrow go to a cafe because I'm not at work and do a ton of reading. Honestly, like a solo cafe day, especially like if it's raining, and it probably will be, it's my favorite thing in the entire world, so I want to make sure that I do that in the next couple of days, so I'm probably going to do that tomorrow. Oh yeah, oh my god, guys, you would have seen yesterday I put up these, like, oh my god, I'm literally in love with them. Autumnal leaf lights. Obviously I put them up for Summerween because it's not autumn yet, but why do I not want to already take them down? I literally want to keep them up there. Like, I'm obsessed. I've had them on for one night and I already love the way it looks in my room. I want to keep them up. So autumn, please come quick because they're so cute. I'm obsessed with them. But yeah, I'm gonna start getting ready to leave to buy some hooks. Might also grab a matcha. Who's to know? I am obsessed with these. They are slightly annoying because where the hook is, like, they are leaning forward, but I mean from front on you can't really tell. So, but I am now home. I don't know where I've put my headphones. I feel like I've misplaced them somewhere, so I wasn't able to listen to the audiobook as I was out. But it was very much get into town, come straight home because it's after work, after school. I just wanted to come home and get cozy. I now desperately need to clean my room because there are books everywhere from me filming all day. I also got a Waterstones parcel that I thought I would open. I do have a feeling that I know what is in here because I did pre-order this book and I know it's out now and everyone's already talking about it. I'm probably not going to read it in this vlog. It's not very Summerween-esque, but I thought I would open it anyway because I haven't unboxed anything in like a vlog in forever. Jesus. Okay, yeah, it was exactly what I thought it is. It is Reckless by Lauren Roberts. This is obviously the second book in the Powerless series. I am really intrigued to read this and see how I feel about it because Powerless I did enjoy. I really had a good time with it. It was a fantasy romance that really didn't take itself too seriously. It was really fun, but then Powerful, the novella in between these two, did like, but nowhere near how I did Powerless. So I'm really intrigued to see how I feel about this. I feel like I haven't really seen anyone talking about it just yet. So in terms of a general consensus, no idea. I am excited. I do feel like I might listen to the audiobook of this when I do get round to it. I might read it in a different reading vlog if you guys want to see that. If I haven't read it by the time that this is already out, then let me know. I might listen to the audiobook because I remember the narrator for Kai in the first one made the experience so fun. So that was Reckless. Thought I would show you the unboxing. Oh my god, did you guys see that shaking? I feel like I really need to be careful. But yeah, I'm now gonna make myself some dinner. I'm gonna have a really comforting meal. I'm then gonna shower and I'm honestly just gonna spend the rest of the night reading. I'm really excited. I have been thinking about reading Frankenstein by Junji Ito all day, so I can't wait to light some candles and do that. That is the plan for the rest of the day, just to get comfy, spooky, cozy, all of the C's, all of the best things in the world. I cannot wait.
Don't exactly call him for tea. Being my father. Ha! My hand's on his back.
morning guys, I finished getting ready in terms of my face and my hair. I'm still in my pajamas because I just had a parcel arrive and I'm way too excited to get changed before opening it. And I want to open it on camera. I want to show you guys what it is. This is not sponsored by the way, but these were very kindly gifted to me. These are from the brand Joni. I have received a couple of their pieces before and I'm literally obsessed, like the quality of their clothes. As I said, this is not sponsored. I'm not being paid to say this. This is not an affiliate link. Like, I'm just obsessed with their clothes. I do already know what the clothing pieces are in here because they already sent me the parcel, but I stupidly asked for the wrong size. There should also be a pair of shoes in here too, which, oh my god, I'm literally so excited about. I love Mary Janes. I used to wear my Mary Janes absolutely everywhere, but the brand that I used to get them from, I had like 3 pairs in the space of 1 year and they all broke. So obviously I just didn't repurchase them because I was like, I'm just gonna get them from somewhere else. They're clearly not that great quality. And the ones on Joni look stunning. I don't know what colour they're gonna be. I am just gonna have to open it because I'm so excited. Wait, oh my god. I think they sent me 2 pairs of Mary Jane. Guys, I'm actually, like, what? I am literally going to cry. I will show you what the clothing pieces are first because, as I said, I already know what they are. It is always packaged so beautifully, and as I say, like, the quality is insane. I don't think I've ever had clothes that nice quality, I'm not gonna lie. This is the top. I'm in love with the sleeves too. Like, these are the prettiest sleeves I've ever seen in my life. I'm so excited. I might wear this today actually. I cannot wait to wear that. And then the dress, I don't think I'm gonna be able to show you the entirety of it because it is a maxi dress and I'm sat on the floor, but it is this navy and like white and cream gingham and I'm literally obsessed. So that is the top of the dress, and then obviously it is a maxi dress. I am so excited to wear this again with Mary Janes. I am gonna have to crack right into these Mary Janes because I can see 2 shoe boxes and I swear to god, 2 that I really loved on there are the black pair and the red pair. Obviously a black pair. I wore my black Mary Janes, as I've already said, from a different brand. Essentially every day, every time I left the house and I wasn't going to work, like I would wear Mary Janes. I absolutely love them with any outfit. But because they've broken, I refused to buy another pair from that company. I've kind of just been looking around for some. So, oh my god, the fact that I can wear Mary Janes again. This is the box. I'm so excited. Oh my god, the pink. They're red. Oh my god, they're red. Oh my god, they're so cute. The red pair look like this. The fact that it's also like a square toe, I love the heel. Oh my god, I'm so excited to wear these. These are the prettiest shoes I have ever seen. I fear I'm actually going to live in them. And look at the like little star detailing at the bottom. And then these should be the black version of those, which honestly I am going to wear today just to start breaking them in. The fact that the black ones too have a green inside, oh my god, I could cry. My apologies if the camera angle changed slightly. I needed to clear up some space because god, I have been yapping, I fear. But as I was saying, this is literally the best day of my life. Dare I say this is the best parcel I've ever received. Joni, thank you so much. As I keep saying, this is not sponsored. It was very kindly gifted, but I will leave their website down below. Honestly, the quality of their clothes and their pieces are the best in my opinion. I am so grateful. Thank you so much, Joni. I am gonna have a breakdown whilst I think of every outfit that I can ever wear with these. I'm now going to get changed out of my pajamas and I'm going to give you a needed reading update. So 2 seconds. Did I put the top straight on? Yes. Am I sat on a different part of my floor? Yes. There is just something about sitting on the floor that is ultimate comfort. But giving you some reading updates, last night I did end up finishing Frankenstein by Junji Ito and I absolutely adored this. It had been so long since I'd actually read a Junji Ito. I can't even remember when it would have been, or like the last one. But I would say it had probably been about 6 months, which is a really long time considering I also now have, I think the only ones left I have on my physical TBR are Uzumaki and Tomi. I really enjoyed this as a collection of short stories. I really adored how we were kind of following the same main character throughout them all. I feel like out of the ones that I've read, that is the first time that Junji Ito has done that, and I really appreciated it. It added such extra character development and character analysis, and just like his mind as always is terrifying. I would probably say that this is up there as one of my favorite Junji Ito collections. I absolutely adored it. Ended up rating it 4 stars. It definitely was the perfect Summerween nighttime read. So this is the one that I am going to tick off for reading solely at night. There is something oddly comforting about reading a Junji Ito, which is insane because if you've read anything from him, you know that they are they can be a lot. This one for me ended up being 4 stars. So happy that I finally read it. So happy that I read another Junji Ito because it had been a minute. But yeah, 4 stars. And then the only other reading update I have is that I have been listening to more of Follow Me to Ground. I'm now 77% of the way through. I literally have an hour and 1 second left, but I'm listening to it on double speed, so I'm going to finish it today. I've got 30 minutes left. I am really enjoying this. I will say the second half so far has lost me slightly in comparison to the first half. Not necessarily for any particular reason. I feel like it just lost me in terms of its plot. It is a very strange book, which I love. But I feel like the strangeness at times has been quite confusing. I love that there is like a cast of audiobook narrators. I think that always adds so much to a story. The way that each perspective and POV is kind of flicking back and forth is slightly confusing. I will say that. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one finding it confusing. I will assume that's why it slightly lost me, but all in all, like the atmosphere and the eeriness is absolutely carrying the book for me, and that is what I want during Summerween. I just want to feel those creepy, spooky horror vibes. The book is definitely doing it in a way that I absolutely adore in terms of it's quite gothic, it's quite strange, it's quite literary, and those always tend to be my favourite. I am still really enjoying it. I'm really intrigued to see how it's going to end. As I say, I will literally be finishing that in the next 30 minutes. But today is cafe day. As I said yesterday, I really want to go out to a cafe today, which is actually perfect because the weather is so much nicer. Nice because nice is also thunderstorm in my opinion, but it's a lot sunnier. It doesn't look like it's going to rain today, so I'm gonna head out to a cafe. I do need to do some filming whilst I am out for a TikTok that I need to film, so that is going to be my priority first and foremost. But then I am absolutely going to bring my Kindle to finally read more of The Last House of Needler Street because I have not read any more and I have been craving it. That is the plan for right now. I will obviously bring you guys along with me. I am just so excited. I feel like I haven't had a solo cafe day in forever, and Lord knows I need it. Hello guys, I'm yet to head out to the cafe. I'm literally going to, I'm just charging my phone for a little bit. But I just posted something on my Instagram story and I thought I would also do a call out here just because any advice or tips or help will be so helpful. This literally has nothing to do with Summerween, but it is quite a big update I feel like in my life. I have spoken quite openly the past, not really recently, but in the past I've spoken very openly about how I've always suffered with my skin and acne. It has always been a problem throughout my entire teenage years and my early 20s, and I have now finally been referred to Accutane, and quite frankly I'm quite apprehensive. I'm a little bit nervous. So if anybody has any tips or advice or has a really positive experience or just their experience in general, please let me know. Whether you comment on this video or you message me on my Instagram, it would be so greatly appreciated. I am a little bit nervous, but ultimately I know it should be a really positive thing, and I don't know. Any advice, any tips would just be really helpful. Obviously this has absolutely nothing to do with Summerween, but because it is going to be a pretty big update in my life fairly soon, I'm not going to be on it for about a month or so yet. So any advice and tips, please send them my way. It would be so greatly appreciated. Yeah, as I said, I'm going to let my phone charge for a little bit, head to a cafe. It is getting on a bit. I feel like the day has absolutely flown by. I also need to go to Argos on my way home because I did not a big girl purchase, but like a very adult purchase. I bought a printer. I've really been in my journaling era, my diary sort of era, and I decided to finally buy a printer to kind of enhance it, which I'm so excited about. But it felt like a really adult purchase. I'm like, what do you mean I'm buying myself a printer? It just felt very weird, but I'm really excited, so I'm also going to pick that up today. I am going to stop rambling, I'm going to stop yapping, I'm going to head to the cafe. Quite a couple of reading updates. I didn't do any vocal updates yesterday. I'm not gonna lie, I got my printer and I very much just spent the entire day journaling. I started a new reading journal. I also did like a mood board for my novel. I am in love with this printer. You know that new book that I put on my end of year TBR where the protagonist essentially literally falls in love and she becomes infatuated with her office printer? Yeah, that is me currently. I've genuinely fallen in love with it. I have gone through one Pritt stick in one day. yeah, I was kind of mourning when I saw that I had already run out last night because it meant that I couldn't do any more journaling, but I have so many updates. I started a new reading journal. I have never had a reading journal before. I have always wanted one, but when it comes to physical media and being creative physically, for me, I am such a perfectionist, and I have tried doing reading journals before. I could just never do them in the way that I was happy with. But I finally just decided to get a normal notebook and just do it. Like, I don't think it's going to be a reading journal that is full of stickers and like bright colours. That's not really me. I just want it to be more a notebook that I track all of my reading in, and yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm sure you'll see it in more upcoming vlogs. But in terms of actual reading, I have now finished Follow Me to Ground. I finished the audiobook, and in the end I rated it 3 stars, more like 3.25 if I were to be picky. I really enjoyed this. As I said in the last update though, I do think that the second half was falling a little bit flat in comparison to the first half for me. I think in terms of atmosphere and eeriness, and the writing in terms of how weird and gothic and the sort of like nature folk filled horror, absolutely adored that. That was my favourite part of the book, and for that I'm really happy that I read it. I do think in terms of the plot in the second half it fell slightly flat for me. I think I would recommend it if you like really strange fiction slash horror. If you like books that are a little bit on the weirder side, or you like nature and horror, I would recommend it. I mean, I think it's literally 200 pages. The audiobook was 4 hours, so it was a really quick read, but not my favourite one. I'm still happy I read it. And then I did read a little bit more of The Last House on Needless Street. I am getting 5-star feels. The fact that I'm getting 5-star feelings from a book that has been literally staring at me on my shelf for 3 years. Sometimes it really is the books that you don't expect. I do say that, but I'm only 53% of the way through. I still literally have half of the book. I have how many hours? 2 hours and 12 minutes left. I am going to try and read a lot more of this today, hopefully finish it. It is the last day of SUMMERWEEN, so this is the last day that I will be filming for this vlog. And I don't really want to leave you high and dry with my thoughts on this, but worst case, if it does come to that, it will obviously be in my July wrap up. But right now I'm loving it. I absolutely adore all of the perspectives. I adore the fact that we have one really interesting narrative that I don't really want to say, not that it is a spoiler, like it's literally the second chapter, but as a reader I really like strange narratives, or narratives that aren't very commonly seen in books. For example, like One from a Ghost. One of the reasons that I really love The Island of Missing Trees by Elif Shafak is we literally have a narrative from a tree. Like, I love stuff like that. I think it makes a book so unique, especially when it is done well, and this definitely has one of those. I also think in terms of a thriller and a horror, and just how on the edge of my seat I am every time I read it, it is brilliant. The writing is equally so beautiful. There are quotes in here that are absolutely astounding, which you don't often see in thrillers, and I'm just absolutely loving it. I'm really annoyed that it took me this long to get to it. I hope that I continue loving it the way that I am, because right now I am quite frankly obsessed and I just want to read it. Like, I just want to sit and binge read it. But yeah, those are all of the reading updates that I have currently. Yesterday I did receive a couple of parcels from publishers. I did already open them because I very much needed the serotonin, but we have 3 books to haul. The first 2 that I received I am so excited about. I actually already have these on my Kindle. I have like e-arcs of them. One of them is already out. I am so excited for both of them. I'm obsessed with both of these covers, so I'm really happy that I have them physically now. The first one is Silver Nitrate by Silvia Moreno Garcia. This has obviously been out for ages. This is the paperback publication. I love that for the paperback they've gone white and black, but it's definitely one that I want to read soon, slash I will happily wait to read it towards autumn. I haven't read a Silvia Moreno Garcia in so long. And then the other book that arrived that I'm so excited about is a proof, and it comes out in September, and that is Lucy Undying by Kirsten White. This again is one of my absolute favourite covers. I love how gothic it is. I love the vampire vibe so much. Like, it's just absolutely gorgeous. I know that this is a gothic fantasy. It has vampires. On the back it says, in this epic and seductive gothic fantasy, a vampire escapes the thrall of Dracula and embarks on her own search for self-discovery and true love. I love anything to do with the gothic and vampires. As we know, I'm literally so excited. This isn't one that I'm definitely going to read. Probably in September, to be honest. I don't know what day this comes out. Okay, I can't see it in the book. I'll put it on the screen, but I definitely want to read this one in all of the autumn vibes, so I'm so excited for this. And then the last one that I received is actually a book that I never had any intention of reading, and it was just randomly sent to me by Vintage. I love Vintage books so much. They carry so many of my favourite books, my favourite like classic collections. I am obsessed, and they have recently come out with a new edition of the Red Spine Classics. The one that they sent me is Catch 22 by Joseph Heller. Being a bookseller, I've obviously heard incredible things about this. I know it's incredibly popular. I just never had any intention to read it. Like, it's not my normal genre. I don't know if I will end up getting around to it. If you have read it and you know it's good, or slash you think I would would like it, please let me know. But I'm always happy to add another Red Spine classic to my shelf because I do already have a couple and they will look so gorgeous together. I can kind of see it there. But yeah, that was my little book haul. Obviously, thank you so much to Vintage, Del Rey and Hachette. I really appreciate it. I cannot wait to read these. Thank you so much. And now I am going to start editing this vlog. I put all of the clips together into Final Cut Pro and oh my god, I fear this is going to be a long one. I feel like whenever I do a normal reading vlog, they're never that long, but I kind of like the thought of this one being really long. I am really enjoying filming it. Honestly, I cannot wait for autumn and all of those vlogs. If you have also watched this far into the vlog, thank you so much. I can actually imagine that we are quite a way through it. If you like this style of vlog, obviously this is for Summerween, but if you like just this weekly style of vlog where it's a little bit more chill and lifestyle as opposed to just like a reading challenge, let me know and I'll definitely do some more. But yeah, thank you for watching this far if you are here. Now I'm going to start editing it. I'm going to read a little bit more of The Last House on Needless Street and we're just going to have a pretty chilled, productive, hopefully 5-star read sort of day. I am not gonna lie guys, the other day when I was finishing The Last House on Needless Street by Katrina Ward, I kind of forgot to film anything, but I did finish this, and before and to finish the vlog I wanted to give you my final thoughts. I cannot believe that this was on my TBR for 3 years and it took me this long to get around to it because it was near enough a 5-star. I think in the end I have ended up rating it 4.5 stars, but it was so close to being a 5-star. There really is no reason as to why it wasn't a 5-star. I think in terms of like a thriller book it would lean more towards a 5 than a 4. It was so good. This honestly absolutely blew my mind. I was just so confused and equally in awe, and the way that it all rounded up together at the very end was just incredible. I wholeheartedly recommend it if you are looking for a thriller, especially if you're going to leave it towards the end of summer / the beginning of autumn. This would be perfect for then. This was just incredible. I have not stopped thinking about it since finishing it. I literally, like, I feel like it's one that's going to stay with me for so long. I think the way that the author very clearly did her research surrounding the end, and if you've read it then you know, I think that was phenomenal. It is such an interesting conversation, and I think this sort of trope, I don't want to say it's a trope, but it is used and it is a device used in a lot of thrillers. Whenever I have read thrillers with this reveal or this trope or this device in, they never tend to be my favorites. I don't know why. Sometimes it just rubs me the wrong way, but the fact that the author very clearly did her research and this was done so brilliantly, so uniquely, the writing equally was so beautiful, which you don't always get. I feel like I've said that a lot. Writing for me is the #1 thing when I'm reading a book. I know that isn't always the case for everyone. For me it's writing and it is characters, and I think when you read a lot of thrillers it's mainly like plot heavy, but my favorites always are when it's beautiful writing, quite focused on a character, and this was exactly that. This was brilliant. I am so excited to read some more from Katrina Ward. If you have read this or anything else from her, definitely let me know. But yeah, that was the last book that I read for Summerween. I'm very aware that I did not get through even slightly. I didn't even read half of my TBR that I said I was going to. I was very much overly ambitious, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not mad about it because it means that I can just read all of these books in actual autumn and have still the best time ever. I really hope that you enjoyed my first ever Summerween vlog. This was so fun to film. I'm already looking forward to all of the autumn content that I'm gonna have coming, and also just filming Summerween every year for the rest of my life. In this vlog too, obviously I know I spoke about books a lot, but there was also a little bit of lifestyle content. I feel like I touched upon this in my last update. If you like seeing that in weekly vlogs, definitely let me know and I'll be sure to start frequently doing them. I just never know how they are going to be received, but if you like it then I'll definitely continue because I love it. But yeah guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. If you have read any of the books that I have read in this video or that were on my TBR that I didn't get to, let me know whether you like them or you dislike them. Equally, let me know if you did Summerween, what did you read for Summerween, what are you planning to read for the rest of the year or maybe even in autumn. I would absolutely love to know. If you have somehow found my channel through my Summerween vlog and you stuck around until the end and you are not already subscribed, it would mean so much if you did consider doing so. We have so much fun over here. I would love to have you here. But yeah guys, that is it for Summerween 2024. I look like I'm literally about to ascend into heaven with this lighting, so I'm gonna go. Thank you so much as always for being here, for spending some time with me. I appreciate you all, and I will see you again hopefully very, very soon with another video.